John Jones III won't join the protests against police brutality, happening almost daily in Oakland, even though he is sympathetic to the protesters' message. Jones was convicted in a murder case at the age of 16 and went to jail. Now 46 and a community activist, he says he has to be careful the situations he puts himself in.
It's very triggering to not only see these images, but to think of all the things I experienced.
But Jones is hopeful that the current spotlight on police use of force means renewed attention to when and how force is used. He looks to the city's police commission, a non-elected citizen board created in 2016. In a joint decision with Oakland's mayor, the commission recently fired the police chief.
So this takes the police commission out the realm of being a tokenized body to being an entity with real teeth and real power.
Oakland has a long history of strife between parts of the community and the police. It is the home of the Black Panthers, created in the 1960s to monitor police activity in the Black community. After the 2009 death of a young man on a transit platform, the city erupted in weeks of protest. In 2013, an Oakland activist coined the phrase Black Lives Matter. With citywide protests in recent weeks, more Oaklanders are paying attention to local policing issues and asking what more should be done.
We're here to make a statement against police brutality. This has been happening since, God, my grandparents were alive, and we're still dealing with the same things.
The commission has made some changes. Instead of first asking if a driver is on parole or probation, which can put a person on the defensive, Oakland police are now supposed to ask something neutral, such as, "How are you?"
It humanized the initial engagement. I see you.
Some protesters are calling for the Oakland police to be defunded, a rallying cry nationwide. In a city where 10 people were killed last week, it's hard to see Oakland policymakers taking such a step, says Bruce Donnellan, the president of the Oakland Police Officers Association.
I would be very careful in going down a road where we abandon the victims of violent crime in this city in order to try and fix things that do need to be fixed.
For city leaders, all decisions are trade-offs.
The question is, would making cuts at OPD to reduce funding for police lead to harming our ability to investigate serious and violent crimes? If that's the case, then the answer is no. I'm not going to do that.
If abolishing the police force isn't likely, city leaders and community activists say they look to the commission to keep the focus on police issues, asking questions and digging into rules of engagement.
Oakland's not special. We have had, quite a few of our own horrendous impacts. What do we change because of them? That is where the commission comes in.
Jones wants the protesters to keep paying attention, even after the marching stops.
All of us must collectively raise our voice and say that this does not speak for me. This is not a Black issue or a brown issue. It's a human issue.
Michelle Quinn, VOA News, Oakland, California.